Hair serum versus hair moisturizer. Which one should you use?
Serums are basically products that contain an ingredient called silicone. Now, what's the purpose of silicone? The purpose of silicone is to coat your ear shaft. And what will this do? This will prevent moisture from entering to the hair, thus causing frizziness, and moisture leaving the hair, thus causing dryness. Hair serum are usually very lightweight, which means that when you apply it to your hair, it is not going to weigh your hair down. Another thing too, you can use serums as a heat protectant when you're doing your heat styling, such as blow styling, flat ironing, all of that. This will help to reduce heat damage. And we can understand why, because heat damage usually causes when too much moisture leaves the hair and basically the hair starts to fry. So having the silicone coated on the hair shaft is going to prevent moisture from leaving the hair, and if your hair contains moisture, then that will prevent heat damage. Hair serum usually contains some form of oil in order to give the sheen that it does to the hair. For example, this product, it contains two oils. It contains the avocado oil and coconut oil. Now, these are not in their raw state. These would have been refined avocado oil and refined coconut oil. Now, this is what would be in the hair serum that would give your hair a nice gloss or a nice sheen. Now, different types of serums will contain different types of oils, but in this particular brand, those are the two oils. Now, when you go shopping for hair serums, you might not see the word or the label hair serum on the bottle. What you might see is hair gloss or hair polish. Now, what do all of these products contain? All of them contain silicone and some form of oil that is going to add sheen to the hair. Is there a downside to using serum on your hair? Now, the fact that it contains silicone, we know that silicone, as was mentioned earlier, coats the hair shaft. With this in mind, it means that you can have what is called a silicone buildup, where the hair is covered with so much silicone to the point where moisture cannot enter into the hair shaft. And because of this coating that is on the hair shaft, on your wash day when you want to do your nice moisturizing or deep treatment on your hair, that product is going to be very difficult to go inside the hair shaft because of the coating on the hair shaft. Now, if you're not able to put in moisture in your hair, after a while the hair is going to be very dry. And of course, know that if your hair is very dry, then it is going to break. That can be corrected. All you have to do is use a clarifying shampoo to shampoo your hair, and over a period of time the coating will come off the hair. So there is a downside to using serum. Now let's turn our attention to hair moisturizers. Now, hair moisturizers are usually water-based, and in most instances, if not all, they do not contain any silicone, which means that hair moisturizers does not coat your hair shaft. In fact, if your hair is looking dry and frizzy, adding hair moisturizer is going to help to condition your hair, thus giving your hair a more smooth and lush look. Therefore, hair moisturizers are a good choice for rehydrating your hair. Now, what do hair moisturizer and hair serum have in common? Both of them contain some form of oil. Like, for example, this particular product contains a number of oils. It contains fruit oil, olive oil, coconut oil, castor oils, and a number of other types of oil. So what this means is that this product is not only adding moisture to your hair, but you're going to be having some form of sheen because of these lightweight oils that are in this particular product. What is the downside of using moisturizer in your hair? Now, for the most part, some persons might not like the tendency of using a small amount of hair moisturizer. Now, the problem that poses is that if you use too much moisturizer on your hair at any given time, then what is going to happen is that your hair is going to feel wet. And we know that when relaxed hair is in a wet state, then it is much weaker than when our relaxed hair is in a dry state. So think about it. If you're keeping your hair wet all the time, then what is going to happen is that because your hair is in a weaker state, then your hair is going to start to break. That has happened to many persons who are using hair moisturizers. They are finding that their hair is breaking off and breaking off severely. And of course, we know that it's not just the hair moisturizer that is a problem, but it really could be you who is using too much hair moisturizer at any given time. Remember, you should only use a pea size and only when it is needed. So that is a downside of using hair moisturizer. So if you use too much hair moisturizer, you're going to experience hair breakage. And if you use too much hair serum for a long period of time, then you can have hair breakage also. So there must be some form of balance. My advice to anyone out there who is trying to decide whether or not to use hair serum or hair moisturizer, if you know that you're not going to be able to use just a small amount of moisturizer and you're heavy-handed, meaning that you're going to use a lot in your hair and your hair is going to always look wet, then I would recommend that you do not use hair moisturizer but up towards using a hair serum. Keep in mind, as was mentioned earlier, you will have to use some form of product to strip your hair so that you do not have a buildup of silicone on your hair. So now let us do a little test run, right? So I'm gonna put a small amount of the hair serum, like this much in my hand, and I'm going to rub it like that, okay? Now we are going to add it to my hair and see what happens. I'm going to add it on this side, right? And you can see it looking nice and shiny. All right, so that is the hair serum. So you can see that the hair is not way down, still looking nice and fluffy. Let's do a comb test. All right, so I have my comb right here and comb through the hair. All right, so let's lift and see what will happen. Okay, so the hair is still flowing. All right, so that is the hair serum. Now let's try the hair moisturizer on this side. To be fair, I'm going to wash my hand to take off the hair serum off my hand so that we can use the hair moisture without any interference. And I'm back. Okay, so let's now use the hair moisturizer on the other side. And we're going to be only using a pea size. All right, let's close that, put it down, and this much, okay? So we're going to rub it on our hands like that. Let the heat gather up, okay? And then look at my hand. So this is how my hand is looking. And I'm just going to put it on this side of the hair. All right. So this side is the hair moisturizer. And this side is the hair serum. Now see how this one lifts? Let's look and see how this one lifts now that I put the moisturizer on it. And you can see the difference. So even though I use a pea size, you can see the difference. The hair is dropping down in clumps, while this one is nice and flowy. You can see the difference. Now let's do a comb test. All right, and comb through the hair. And of course you can see the sheen that is on the hair because of the oil that is in the hair moisturizer. All right, so let's do another test again. All right, so you can see the difference. This side of the hair feels a lot more way down and heavier, even though I use such a small amount, and this side is nice and flowy, right? And you can see that there is not much difference in terms of hair looking dry, because my hair on this side looks nice and it's not looking dry, and neither is this side. So what's your decision? Let me know in the comment section. If you have made it this far in the video and you have not liked the video so far, if you're enjoying it, go ahead and like the video. And if you're not yet subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe for more hair care tips. So can we say that this is the rise and fall of hair moisturizer? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you would like to learn more about hair moisturizer and what role they can play in your hair care routine, then I'll leave this video right here for you to watch next.